exactly. Lance fits in a lot of compositions, but then again, that leaves Grace open for the taking. And we'll see if Clowny actually performs well on other heroes because we've only seen him, I've only seen him so far on the Lance in this tournament. And look at that, Celeste being taken off the table, which is understandable for the side of Infamous. They don't want to see any Celeste whatsoever. But Grace could definitely be a comfort pick for the side of Infamous because I've been looking at their, actually surprisingly, Infamous did not, 2 weeks ago, they did not play a Grace. They were more of like Catherine frontline for themselves and a Lance. So this type of composition that they are going to be forming will definitely change dynamics. This could be a Clowny thing, or this could be, in general, a hidden composition for themselves. So meanwhile, Vox being taken out of the table as well, we'll see how they're going to respond to this.
So they're thinking that Vox is actually a pretty fast hero that can actually dodge the impale of the lance, so they just don't want that in their sights. So as well as Infamous being, or rather picking the Black Feather, I think that this secondary pick from them is just a prediction that Elite 8 might go for a second rotation on the Batiste, and they just don't want, you know, the Batiste to rain fire from above or fearsome shade from below. So they're just preempting the strike with this Black Feather, which I think is also pretty good. This also allows Infamous to go for that double dive type of heroes because Black Feather can do that. He does have the Rose Offensive and then the Grace with the Retribution. And our first Sky of the day.
Wow, Elite 8 really surprising us with a Sky pick here. Meanwhile, for Infamous's composition, they're not really revealing too much on their last pick. It's more like, are they going to be doing double dive? Are they going to be doing double melee? But if you want to supply that with a very balanced composition or draft, then you'd most likely get like a last pick. I don't know. At the top of my head, Kestrel is free for the taking. Okay, never mind. So
Dirty.
much for the Kestrel for Infamous
Dirty,
side.
Elite 8 I call dirty.
Why is it dirty, Asarai?
Because I was about to say Spaghetti, his third hero, if the Celeste and Idris aren't on the table, it's the Kestrel. So from the looks of it, this is the first time we're going to be seeing Spaghetti play on the Black Feather, and then Taka will be used by Uni in the jungle. So I think he's going to try to at least out-damage the Sky, and I'll just talk about this a little bit more later, so anything else?
For Taka, it's definitely one of those familiar picks for Infamous. So in terms of composition, they definitely played this already before. But again, I've never seen the Black Feather Taka. So I was mentioning how maybe they're going to get more safe backline range damage for the side of Infamous. But this time around, they decided to go on a dive heavy comp with the backings of a Grace Divine Intervention and a lot of damage mitigation. So I'm really excited how they're going to execute this well for their side. I mean, it's Popeye's drafted like a similar, you know, composition with all the dives and all. But again, this is Infamous. What do you got to say about Elite 8 this time around?
All right, so I wanted to break down a little bit the pick on Sky, because the thing here is Sky has been changed in 2.7, wherein her damage without the lock-on plus the forward barrage. All right, so there's two Skies right now in 2.7. The one that has lock-on and the one that doesn't have lock-on. The one that doesn't have lock-on with the forward barrage deals no damage at all to the target. But the one with the lock-on, with a certain amount of high CP, can deal better damage than the one in 2.6. But this basically just means that the Sky has to have lock-on to deal good damage. That's all it means.
So basically, with Black Feather and Taka, they're the types of heroes that can immediately exit the fight when, you know, when they want to.
Yeah.
So they can reposition, go back in, reposition again. That's the power of the composition of Infamous. So with that said, will Sky have a difficult time rather, in actually focusing these targets down?
Yes, but I think we have to address the elephant in the room here, which
is it the Kestrel?
No, actually no.
What's
that? That is the early game of both teams. Taka is a crazy early game player that, you know, isn't as good as Koshka, but still can, you know, be able to invade the jungle. And even though Sky does have the Suri Strike to be able to kite him, if he's not good with that positioning. He might just get blown up, but we'll have to see as we are heading into the Halcyon Fold. So out there, you guys, who do you think will actually win this best of 5? We're already into game 2, Elite 8 or Infamous. But before we officially go to this one, who do you think will actually win this second game due to the drafts only?
For me, it seems like Infamous is so confident with the draft. So I have to hand it to Infamous, especially with Clowny very comfy on the Grace pick. I mean, Lance, on that Lance, you can definitely tell he knows when to go in, he knows when to be aggressive, and he knows when to back away. And his microwing is definitely spot on. So I feel like that same mindset can be applied here onto Grace from the Lance. So we'll see. I'm really interested how they're going to execute this composition well. But in terms of rotations, we're going to see Taka doing his usual rounds. Nothing aggressive just yet, as Sky will head back to base.
But you can see that Clowny is going to go for that two-man invade in the jungle, or rather go for the Elder Triad for now, and then maybe go for the invade. I'm really looking forward to that, because in a way, I am afraid of the late game, because Han Jaegers is going for that weapon power Kestrel, and Sky will go for the CP build, which, like I said, if you have enough CP and you get the lock on, she deals more damage than she has on patch 2.6.
And we see that Elite 8 will be landing a couple of pokes here on towards Spaghetti. Black Feather, he's gonna be A-okay, as Lance is on Anime Save Me. He's gonna be zoning away as Retribution, Holy Nova. There's the combo. Impale will actually not do you any good, as Clowny will be in a little bit of trouble. First Blood will go to Han Jaegers. Nicely done by the Lance, actually. I take that back.
So now maybe that's a little bit of an insight wherein we're talking about if Clown doesn't get the Lance, will he be able to get away from this one? Spaghetti, he has the heals, he's trying to block away, but there's the rotations from Uni, just shutting him down. Good bait shield as well from Spaghetti, getting that 1-for-1 trade, which is kind of beautiful here for Infamous's side. There's Clowny going in for the response as well. Uni, he does have the Kaiden, so he'll be able to get away scot-free from that initiation.
That's actually a good retaliation from Infamous, knowing that Elite 8 is just a little bit too comfy, knowing that Clowny fell from battle, and they were a little bit too greedy as well, wanting to get more than they can chew. But here in Infamous, it's just a little bit of the early game, but we saw how painful Ataka can be, especially with Uni using it. So, looks like a camp will be stolen away from the Sky. Official Hind is definitely going to be very angry that is taken away from him. Uni is going to be playing the starving game here. He's going to be taking away resources of Elite 8, as they're going to be very busy putting on some pressure towards the lane. So this is how they get back.
Yeah, because they got to be careful, because if Anime Save Me tries to give a helping hand to Official Hind, that kind of leaves open Han Jaegers for the taking. Yes, this is a Kestrel that does have the active camo, but it's not as reliable as an escape tool as, let's say, a Suri Strike is. So I think they're fine leaving Official Hind to his devices. But on the opposite side, the cons to that is, again, Taka is just making it a very difficult time for him to get any farm in the jungle. But like we're saying right here, you can see that he's going to try to help him out, but Clowny with the rotation as well, so maybe there's going to be a little bit of a tussle. Oh, Official Hind. All right, so he defends his base, or rather his jungle, relatively well.
Okay, it's going to be backing away, respecting the fact that the Lance is just nearby, especially that Clowny is going to be joining Uni as well. They know what happened game 1. The synergy between Clowny and Uni is just too risky. Look at that. He's going to cancel the back. Han Jaegers almost close to death. Behind turret, he will go back, and he will be safe for now. Infamous doing the plays, doing the sneaky movements.
If I'm not mistaken, just checking out the patch notes, or rather just checking it in my mind, from 210% damage from the forward barrage to 130. So that's a lot of damage reduced from the forward barrage. And I'm just saying, it might be a factor here that the Elite 8 would have to overcome. And Uni has been pretty good with dodging that damage, as well as at the same time, keeping his invades pretty damn good against Elite 8.
Official Hein really has to be a little bit more passive, a little bit more patient. Just as you said, Sky has been damage reduced in a way, so it's a very, very tricky situation for them, even though they want to be aggressive. But look at that, Impale
Goes
will miss.
aggressive, X-Retsu as well. There's the Holy Nova, Clan taking too much damage. Gotta back away as that turret is dealing a whole chunk of it. Oh, the Githian wall comes out. Uni has to back away. Oh, dead from above. It's gonna connect. Uni has to back away, but there is the lock on. Elite 8 go for the punish. Spaghetti has to back as well. Githian wall will not get the connection onto the stun. He's not level 6 just yet, so no Rose defensive for the meantime. But Elite 8, they capitalized on how greedy Infamous was there, and now they look to get themselves the first turret.
Oh, Impale actually connecting to Clowny. A lot of members from Infamous forced to back away, respect the damage from Elite 8, knowing the fact that Taka wasn't able to eliminate targets as fast as possible. No divine intervention just yet. Grace is still not level 6, so whenever these aggressive dives happen, especially under turrets, nothing will save you. Despite a lot of mobility skills on the side of Infamous, it still wouldn't be enough, as displacement skills are also the side of Elite 8. Do not forget, Anime saved me on the lance. Really, really well played so far, and I'm liking how this is panning out.
Oh, right. I actually forgot about that. We're still playing on patch 2.6, so the damage on Sky is actually still pretty insane. Now there's a hero kill. Good shutdown there from Clowny. They get the 1-for-1. They gotta back away right now.
They're going back. Respect that, but Kestrel immediately falls to battle without any sort of consolation prize for the side of Elite 8. And that is why, for Infamous, at least they're picking up the pieces. The gold lead is still on their side, despite kills is not. So they're going to be fine for now. Again, level 6 already, not yet acquired by the Grace. So equation-wise, for clashes, it's still not complete. Their kit is still not complete.
I just have to actually take note as well that both of these captains, but before that, there's an initiation again from Clowny. He is fearless right now as Uni will actually go again. Wow, Anime save me. Those impales were impressive coming in. One shot, one kill will not connect onto the poor Taka. He's got to back away. Spaghetti using that Rose defensive to get away from the fights. Goes in with the on point as well for a little bit of the poke. But my goodness, the damage is coming out from the woodwork on the side of Elite 8. They got a bit of, well, they don't have the gold advantage, but you can see right now that even with that, they have control of this fight. But you can see two-man Holy Nova coming in from the Grace. Can Taka capitalize? That's going to be a no for the moment. Spaghetti was shut down. The Black Feather not really providing too well of a damage dealer here for Infamous, so it's not really going to work. Anime saved me. He's got a ton of damage, a ton of HP, or rather, a ton of HP and a lot of beast within him. Oh, did he get the Trent? He did! Oh!
Wow.
Dirty.
Look how fast the decision-making from Infamous is. The moment that they know that they lost the battle, and the battle is over, they take advantage of that short span of time, took away an objective away from Elite 8, and that's how they even it out. Despite the loss from that death, it's still in their favor because it's still like an equal exchange, as they're just going to be reducing the damage by taking away something from Elite 8, and that is why Infamous is very fast in their decision making and very impressive so far. But clash-wise, it's not working out so well for them. Spaghetti, Clowny and Uni at the same time, they're not bursting down targets as fast as they want to. And here goes another initiation.
Another Holy Nova will connect, but it's not the prime target that Clowny is looking for. Good damage from Spaghetti right there as he pokes through 3 members of Elite 8. They're charging through. There is, I believe, tower or turrets up for both of these teams, so they can still play along. Oh, there he is. Kaku in place. No flare to actually spot out Uni, but there you go. They're providing the damage. They're investing onto Hanjägers, and they blow him up. But the official line has provided a lot of good damage with that ultimate, so they have to back away for the meantime. No turrets just yet, but still, Infamous are not losing for now, E8 do have a 500 gold deficit.
You saw how low one of the members from Infamous was when he was passing by. Again, Uni not missing the opportunity. We're taking a break here. You know, taking a break from work. Just came back from a clash, but Uni keeps working. Anime Save Me and the rest of the members from Elite 8 are just trying to reposition themselves. But meanwhile, Uni is in the jungle, just taking what he can whenever.
Actually, he wants to be called Uni, like Universe.
Why?
That's just how it's pronounced.
Oh, Universe.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna like put out a
No, no,
funny
no, no.
joke or something.
No, no, no.
And I'm like, why? It's like a
it's-
knock-knock joke.
There's no knock-knock, or he might knock you out.
All right,
Yeah.
Universe then.
If
Okay,
you
for
say-
Universe,
If you say Uni. Yeah.
Uni. Okay, anyway, for Universe, they're really, for Infamous rather, really playing this so well. Taking away things whenever they get the chance, even though they cannot secure kills, they'll secure objectives. And that is why I like Infamous. Meanwhile, you saw how patient they were whenever they used their skills. They'll keep the Divine Intervention for last minute.
Oh my god, there it is, the die for days coming out from Infamous, and action takes place. There's gonna be, or rather, the Sky into the back line. Can you get away? The chase potential, the chase is so good from Uni that he just slices and dices, and they get themselves 2 kills for the price of none, and that turret is gonna go down. Infamous take a pretty good objectives from Elite 8 on that one.
I mean, Taka enough is really bursty. But then you add the Black Feather into the equation, then things just get a little bit too messy. Look at them just diving in into one target, and they just burst down. Death from above being used. Clowny is going to be tanking that turret shots, which gives room for the Taka and Black Feather to keep chasing around the map, and then they'll, you know, leave the battle, and they're going to be A-okay, but looks like if you see another fight.
They want to go for it. Nice 2-man Holy Nova from the Grace there. Oh, that was a true death from above, coming in from the sky, but you got to keep in mind, this Taka can go in for days. There is the intervention for the heals. Clowny will be going back in, rather,
Oh my
Udi
God.
will be going back in. Hallelujah from the X-Retsu, just X-slashing everybody, and he gets a second kill. How many kills is Uni on? He's on 5 kills already. This guy is on a killing steroid spree.
Uni again dropping in some hurt onto our combat roll out of danger as Clowny will be finding Impale being used just to jump over the wall.
That is good.
Yeah, that is definitely good. Anime Save Me is safe as Official Hein and the rest of the members are spawning. And it looks like Uni will just respect that and roam around and go back to his usual patrol on towards the jungle. But this time around, 5-7 to the scoreboard, 28,000, 2K, 3K gold lead rather on the side of Infamous. Things are looking very well now for INF, but meanwhile Elite 8, they still have a really good chance when team fight happens. The problem is they should really eliminate or prioritize the Taka. Death from above worked so well, but that was the Black Feather, that was Spaghetti dying in battle. Will we see another clash? That's Takaku being activated here.
Zetsu again coming out from Uni right there. I love this from Infamous right now, because if you think about it, like you said, they gotta deal with Uni, but the only thing that they can counter possibly against this Taka is the Githyan Wall and Impale from the Lance. If they don't, it's just on how good the spacing is from the Kestrel and Sky to actually stop the barrage of the Taka. If they can't space themselves away properly, he will just, well, we saw how just, insane he was.
Yeah.
I was about to say something, but never mind.
They're just gonna explode from
Dump
the
the damage, there we go.
Dunk the damage it is coming from INF Uni here. Taka doing so much work for the side of Infamous, but for Elite 8, they really have to find that combo. Oh, they're going in right once again onto towards the Kestrel.
Nice block by Uni. Rather, that Crucible was so good coming out from Infamous, and the chase is on Spaghetti. Where is his other Rose offensive? There he actually, no. The Faint of Heart just stops the beating of that pulse from Official Hein. He gets taken out. Oh, Anime Save Me. Well, He has broken hearts, but Spaghetti could not break it just yet. Although Infamous will be able to transition into a second turret.
Definitely. If Infamous really wins this round, more pressure for Elite 8, as this is going to be one game away for Infamous to enter the finals. But going back into this current matchup, the thing is, Elite 8 has a lot of poke. They have got a good amount of range. They've got a good amount of CC. Tons of damage at this point of the game as well. Their composition is right. But the thing is, Infamous is playing their composition better in a way where they're not putting themselves in an awkward position for the lands to actually set up the walls, the Gynthian walls, and the CCs. You mentioned earlier how you can easily dodge these shots or these CC controls by mobility. Blackfeather and Taka has a lot of that. And all they do is just jump into one single target, and it's fine. Despite these two members right in front of them, it's fine. Active camo won't do you no good. Because look at that. They're finding it right now. Kestrel super low.
And here we go once again. Uni wants to go in. 3-man Gynthian wall. There is the death from above, but the damage is not there just yet. Uni gets the heals from the Grace. Beautiful there. Just to keep this diving Taka alive. And, well, like you said, I think you said it already there, that there is a counter to the poke comp, and that is heavy dive, and that is what Infamous have right now. I feel like if Elite 8 were actually on the last pick team, they were on the right side to get that last pick, they would have maybe have gone for a Rhyme, just because if you think about it, Infamous has 3 melee heroes, and a Rhyme counters all of that, but they didn't get, I guess, the right of last pick, so they didn't have that option. So right now, what they can do is to make Anime Save Me, I would say reactive more than offensive, because the damage from Elite 8, from my side, is being outputted a bit too slow, and like you can see there, that Taka just dives in and it's like, you know, Christmas for him. So now he has to answer with crowd control, and we'll see it right now.
Death from above, from the block. Whoa, nice block, but from the side of Infamous. Are they going to be finishing targets for now? But that is 1 down, 2 down for Infamous, and 1 shot, 1 kill will actually tag Uni, as Lance will try to chase him down and land the CCs. Taka, where are you going to go? He activates the movement speed right there. Oh my god, well played by Official Hind. Elite 8, look at that. They're going to get the Kraken as well. A lot of time for Elite 8 to get back into the game.
I said it. They gotta be a bit more reactive rather than initiate. They did. They waited for Taka to actually dive in. The perfect timing for Anime Save Me to go for a Gynthian wall, get the stun, and, well, a little bit of cherry on top of that. They got a death from above onto 2 members, put them very low, and now the Kraken has been taken here. And Elite 8 might actually have a comeback on game 2.
I can actually see a comeback happening, and I looked at the draft earlier. I can see why they banned out the Celeste, because the core collapse is a very good counter to these annoying, despite the low mobility Celeste in terms of her kit. Core collapse is definitely something that can be used, but going back to the game, nicely done, down from above, that's going to eliminate the Grace, no safety whatsoever, only the Black Feather and the Taka is left. Is this going to be a GG? They're turning this around. Elite 8, what a comeback. This is very impressive.
Impressive as impressive comes, Riku, but now that second turret, or rather that choke turret, is taken down, and Elite 8, 10 seconds left onto Clowny, but there we go. They're going for the damage. They get the 1 shut down. There's the Kestrel blown up, and Spaghetti as well as Uni. This is the 2-man sword squad coming in from Infamous. Official Hind, there is no escape. There is the Kaku, there's the X-Retsu, and you are extra dead, as well as our
Sentry MVP.
MVP Sentry once again. But they gotta address the Kraken in the room, breaking down the turrets. Left to 1. Oh, look at her smash. Kraken angry. Kraken smash. Put your last turret to half HP, and my team will do the rest.
Definitely Elite 8 turned that around, bought a lot of time, making Blackfeather and Taka, Uni and Spaghetti do the chase, and let that Kraken do the damage. But this time around, Infamous is saying, you know what? We're tired of doing this. Let's get more control over the map. Just congest their resources, get their resources away from Elite 8, gain the better position, stay away from the walls so that we won't get stunned. And it's really smart decision making of eliminating the Grace. They get spotted out there. Flares are being used just to spot out these really sneaky targets from Infamous. And this game, man, anything can happen. I feel like one small mistake is definitely gonna be GG. But the thing is, Elite 8 still has a good amount of turrets and base, but if they eliminate them near Elite 8's base, then perhaps it might be GG, as the death timers are quite long already. 20-minute game. Earlier, it ended around 18 minutes. Infamous has the gold lead, has the kill lead. They made a mistake earlier. 2 people got stunned on towards the wall with death from above combo. It can happen again. They're in the jungle. We'll see how this is gonna pan out.
True that. The other thing that you gotta take note right now, Elite 8, they're gonna heavily rely on Enemy Save Me to make something happen. He bought an Echo right now so that he can actually go for the double Impale, double Githian Wall, even maybe a double combat roll in an instant, so that he can provide enough crowd control so that the Kestrel and Sky would have an opening to deal their damage. But with that in mind, he has to be good on how he uses all of these kits. It's gonna be just a split second for it to be either, you know, a win for Infamous or a win for Elite 8.
We'll see as they're, gaining this kind of position, putting Hanjaegers in a very safe spot, and not allowing the Taka to actually dash in and burst down either the Kestrel or Sky. I'm definitely looking at Infamous targeting Hanjaegers here this time around. Look at that. Invisibility. There's the push from Enemy Save Me. Spots that out.
Wall.
Really well played. Flares, though. Flares are going here and there. E8 just putting in the vision zone.
Oh, Infamous. They know that Elite 8 is bottom side of the jungle, so they immediately push onto the lane. But the problem there was they could have actually gotten some pretty good damage on the turret, but the wave was too far. But now they're rotating back in. They're trying to go for the baits. They're trying to say that, hey, we're going to try to go for a Kraken. Try to go for us. The Kaku will actually stop Uni from going in with the sneaky Etsuretsu. But the Kraken has been started. And this could still go either way.
We've seen this before, this type of play, but they're going to be starting something.
Start of something new here for Infamous. They bait out the Impale. One shot, one kill. Not going to connect just yet. They're trying to bait out as much cooldowns as possible from Elite 8, so they got no more, I would say, answers against Infamous. Infamous, they have skills on relatively low cooldowns, except for maybe the Grace, but they're okay. Because Clowny, once he uses some really good Holy Novas and maybe some good interventions, if he dies, it's fine. As long as Spaghetti and Uni can get the kills that they need, it's going to be fine. But it's going to be tricky for both of these teams. That Kraken is such a juicy target, but nobody wants to commit because they know one mistake and it's going to be over.
We've seen this before in game number 1. There's the Impale, but look at that. Taka actually running towards the target onto Kestrel. Death from above. Won't be able to hit anyone. Half HP already on Hanjaegers. But look at that. That's a Grace falling down into battle. But their target is
Spaghetti!
the Kestrel.
Into the backline, he gets it! Roasted Bassett, but no! Taka, can you get away right now as he is taking the void barrage? Oh no!
My God.
Sky MVP!
Sky MVP indeed. The trick is to eliminate the Grace and let the active camo do the works in terms of safety. And due to that, Elite 8 takes it back. What a wonderful performance. What a wonderful comeback from Elite 8. I am so impressed. I love it. I love the series. And the crowd is going wild here.
Well, we're 1 for 1. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty long best of 5.
I feel like it too.
I'd have to agree with that as well. 24 minutes,
Yeah.
25 minutes, that's like the longest game of the day as well, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it really
That was
is.
insane.
Wow, that was really an insane
Elite
game.
8, they literally teetered on the edge of the end. I actually thought it was going to go into the pockets of Infamous, but then the Kraken fights, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought Lan's gonna have a hard time pinning down Taka and Blackfeather, but boy, Anime Save Me performance was insane there.
Yeah.